Hello, and welcome to this week's Solution Saturday. In this video, we're going to go through question 38 from the Consortium Group 2 2011 paper. Make sure to check out the other videos in the playlist for more worked solutions from this paper, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our other videos. Consider this question. Pia has 3 cards. Card A tells her to multiply by 5, card B tells her to add 3, and card C tells her to divide by 2. Pia arranges her cards in the order A, B, C and starts with the number 3. Her answer is 9. If Pia keeps her cards in the order A, B, C and starts with 11, what is her answer? If you start with 11, you have to apply the rules in the order A, B, C. So we need to start with multiplying 11 by 5 to get 55. Now proceed to card 2. Here we need to add 3 to 55. To get 58. And lastly, our final card, which is card C, means that we have to divide 58 by 2 to get 29, which is our final answer. Let's move on to part B. What whole number would she need to start with to get an answer of 19 if her cards were still arranged in the order A, B, C? In this question, we're given the answer, so we need to find the input. In order to do this, we'll need to work backwards, starting from C, B, A. When working backwards in a set of equations, we use the inverse operation. Starting with 19, instead of dividing by 2, you'll need to multiply by 2, giving you 38. You then subtract 3, which gives you 35. And finally, instead of multiplying by 5, we have to divide 35 by 5. Which gives us 7, which is our final answer. Let's move on to part C. If Pia arranges her cards in the order C, B, A and starts with the number 4, what's her answer? Here, we're starting with C, and so your first operation would be to divide by 2. So 4 divided by 2 gives us 2. Next, we're going to add 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. And finally, we're going to multiply 5 by 5 to give us our final answer of 25. And finally, let's move on to part D. Pia changes the order of the cards. She starts with a whole number and ends up with 15. Give all the possible orders in which she could have used her 3 cards. Having learnt this from class, you know how to determine how many possibilities we need to consider. We know that there are 3 possibilities for the first card, 2 for the second, and 1 for the last space. We then multiply these together to get a total of 6 possibilities. From here, we can use the same strategy as we did for part B, using trial and error and working backwards. The trick is to make sure there are no contradictions. If there are any contradictions, you know that this order of operations is not possible, and hence we need to move on to the next option. Let's consider the possibility of B, A, C. Remember, we need to do the reverse operations. So, 15 times 2 is 30. We then divide 30 by 5 to get 6. And finally, we subtract 3 to get our starting point of 3. Now, we have no contradictions, so we know that this option is correct. Don't worry if you don't get here on the first try. Now let's do the same thing for BCA, working backwards to make sure that we have the correct order of cards. 15 divided by 5 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. And finally, 6 minus 3 gives our same starting point of 3. So now we know that BAC and BCA are our final answers. Thank you for watching. We hope you've been able to build on your knowledge of arrangement and order of operations. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out on our other platforms. Check out the other videos in the playlist for more solutions on tricky questions from this paper.